GetConnected here in Nairobi, trying to learn all about financial transactions. I've got Mike Elliott from Mastercard Labs. When I look at areas like this and commerce, I'm imagining it's pretty well mostly cash.
It is. It's incredibly informal in these areas. So we're in Kongwari today, right? It's one of the informal settlements in Nairobi, and most of the business that happens in a place like Kongwari is informal and cash-based. So there's retailers around us, right? They're buying from their suppliers in cash. They're getting paid from their consumers in cash. So it's a completely cash business today.
Why is Mastercard here?
One of the things we see with cash businesses is that it's very difficult to grow them, and it's very difficult to actually grow economies when most of the businesses are doing cash. So we see in parts of Africa, 85% up to 95% of transactions are in cash. And what that means is these are part of the informal economy, and they're not part of the formal banking sector. And that's a problem because these businesses need to grow, and if they want to grow, they need access to capital, just like we would have in the developed world.
But what bank would talk to them because they got no records?
They walk into these bank branches and they say, I'd like a loan, and the bank says, I don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are, I don't know your business, I don't know how much you make, so I can't lend you. Even if I want to, I can't lend to you. And so that's one of the things we see is that if we can start digitizing some of these transactions for these informal businesses, we bring transparency to these businesses and we give them access then to things like credit or insurance to protect their business.
Well, you guys are a technology business really at the heart of it. I mean, what technology do they have here to access what you're offering?
And one of the most amazing things we've seen in these areas, right, is the growth of mobile. And that's very much what we're leveraging on top of. People here have mobile phones, even if it's the old basic Nokias that we all remember. They have those Nokias, and we can use those to actually create commerce. So one of the things we're doing with our program here with GetConnected is we're allowing them to place orders via SMS, natural language orders. And we can translate
just via text message?
Via simple text message,
Okay.
That's exactly right. They send these text messages in, it turns into an order in the back end, and it comes to delivery to them. And then we can do payment technology as well, again, leveraging very basic phones.
Is that hard to get these, I guess, resellers to adopt that?
It's a bit of a journey, I'll admit, it's a bit of a journey. And the key is you have to show the value to them. You have to show the value. And the biggest value to many of these guys is, I want to make sure that I'm buying only what I can sell. And I want to make sure that, that I'm ordering things that are going to be good for my business. And so by doing an SMS order, they can be much more proactive in managing their own inventory. And then by doing the digital payments, as we talked about, they can get access to these formal financial sectors. So once you tell that story, then the light bulb turns on and you start seeing adoption.
What kind of opportunity is it here for MasterCard? Like how big?
Yeah, well, we've got 100,000 micro-retailers in Kenya alone. We see 1 million micro-retailers in East Africa, and globally there's hundreds of millions. And so this is the opportunity then for us. If we can digitize these transactions, these 85% of transactions today that are in cash, it's a big business for MasterCard.
So I see the benefits here on the ground to the the wholesalers and the retailers. Does that benefit go upwards?
It does. I mean, we see these as layers of benefits. We see a lot of benefit to individuals when they start using platforms, but we also see when you get a lot of individuals using these platforms, benefits to the overall economy. We actually see economies grow when you start formalizing them, and that's good business for everyone. And that transparency as well into that financial sector or into these informal businesses is really important to governments alike.
Thanks for joining us.
Great, Mike. Thanks a lot.